G'day ladies and gentlemen, my name's Isaac Butterfield, and in this video I'm going to showcase a list that I have compiled of the most painful men that have ever existed. Okay, by the end of this video I will guarantee you will be begging for an asteroid to take out Earth. Are you ready? Let's do it.
People look at me as soon as I walk in and they're like, who is this guy? I look like I'm going to hurt somebody.
Oh my God.
I don't look like I walk into a place and I'm just coming to have a good time. I'm coming to eat lunch. When I walk in, it's like I'm literally going to hurt somebody.
Fucking shut your fucking mouth. You look like you work in a dodgy barbershop that sells drugs on the side. Shut the fuck up. What the fuck's wrong with your caption? Be a masculine. All right. I will be a masculine. Be a masculine what? See, this is you, this dude. He is what is wrong with people's image of what men are. Dudes, if you're a young guy watching this, you do not want to be like this guy whatsoever. You want to be vastly different. Not completely the opposite. You don't want to be completely opposite, but you want to be away from whatever this is. No, you don't need to walk into a room looking like you're going to hurt people. Everyone that I know, okay, that is a dangerous human being. And, you know, I've met and I'm friends with some people who are fighters, and like that's what they do for a living. High profile people, the best in the world, and they do not walk into a room. Even people who are extremely famous or successful or billionaires, they don't walk into a room looking like they're gonna hurt people. No, they walk into a room usually with a smile, being nice individuals, because they don't need to deal with this fake masculine bullshit. This is not masculinity, okay? If you're walking into a room of people that want to fucking punch your head in, then yeah, sure, look a bit dangerous. But if you're just walking in to get lunch, fucking stop it, you cocksucker.
Daily reminder, you get to define what masculinity and femininity are for yourself. Don't let society dictate your gender expression.
You know, a lot of people say to me, why, Isaac, do you make fun of people who have a different gender identity than the biological gender that they are? This is why. Okay, you bring it upon yourself. If I was to sit here, like all of the people that you see in the mainstream sort of entertainment world and all that type of stuff, and the people you see in your office or at your school, who see this and go, yes, that's great, that's brave. They're lying. They're full of fucking shit. The reality of the situation is we are supposed to look at people like them and say, what the fuck are you doing? Why do you have a tail? Why are you sticking your tongue out? Why are you wearing a skirt, mate? Fuck off. Get a hobby. Learn how to change a tire. Do anything. Anything that's not this. What you're doing right here is ruining generations of men. You are increasing the likelihood of generational trauma to pass down the DNA of men everywhere. Somehow, the shit that you're speaking is going to seep into the ether, and men for the next 1,000 generations are going to have fucking furry tails stuck up their ass, all because of you. I don't know what I'm talking about, but this is why Trump won. Whatever that is, that's why Trump won.
Smiling is a sign of low testosterone. A man with high testosterone does not smile at people if he does not want to, because he's capable enough and brave enough due to high testosterone to face any potential conflict. Whereas a man with lower testosterone is going to be much more likely to be less able to compete in the physical or social hierarchy.
Shut up, mate. How about this? How about you smile at people because it's a nice thing to do? I don't understand where this concept of masculinity comes from. You don't have to be acting like the toughest, most brave man in the room to actually be the toughest, bravest, most masculine man in the room. And of all the masculine men that I know and I look up to, none of them act like this. None of them carry on. And this is what I think the people who are, you know, the far left people, the progressives, the feminists, this is what I think they get wrong about masculinity, is that we're all trying to be like this. My book, Betterman, was all about being the nicest version of yourself, but you can still do that and be a man at the same time. When you walk into a place, you smile at everyone. Hello, how are you? How you going? All that type of stuff. You don't have to walk into your local coffee shop every morning and death stare at the barista and demand they don't burn your puck. A puck is the little thing of coffee, if you didn't know. Anyway, you don't have to do that. That's fucking ridiculous.
The time I noticed the biggest increase in my ability to be disciplined was when I started.
Hang on. Can I just look at his background for a moment? Like, good on him for working on himself, but he's got it wrong. Look at the books he's got. He's got the Bible and a book called Testosterone. Dude, what the fuck is that?
Here I am having a chicken meal with tomato and honey sauce, raw chicken, of course.
Oh.
You guys are like, this guy probably always has diarrhea.
I've seen a lot of these dudes. They just eat raw chicken. Constantly eating raw chicken. Like, you're not supposed to eat raw chicken. I think if you ate raw chicken if you killed a chicken and then ate it then, I think you'd be probably... Like it's probably the best time to eat it, but I still think you should cook it. Like, how long is that chicken breast that you're eating raw for some reason been sitting out in the world? Plenty of time for bacteria or parasites to grow or latch onto it. That can't be good for you.
I don't always have diarrhea, but I do go through phases where I do have diarrhea every day.
Why do you think that's happening, mate?
It just, when I shit, it happens to be liquid.
Oh, gross. Scott Lives, 21,000 people follow him, part of the primal cult, apparently. I help people understand Adjournus health principles, education only, not medical advice. Big mouthful of 24-day-old fermented meat. Fuck that, dude. Why are they doing this?
We cannot live in a free world unless you respect others' free will.
Shut the fuck up. How about that? How about you shut the fuck up? Ladies and gentlemen, do not fast forward this bit. It's very bloody important. My book, Betterman, is now on sale as an audiobook. That's right, you can hear me speak and whisper sweet nothings into your ear so you don't have to read the absolute shit that I put down on a piece of paper. It's available right now on Spotify and Audible and all good places where audiobooks are found. If you enjoy the videos that I make here, I have a live show every single Saturday Australian time. It's live on Rumble because, let's face it, I can't be trusted to do anything live here on YouTube. So go and check it out. It's an absolute fantastic time. You're going to love it. It's all the biggest stories from the week, all the bullshit we can't put on YouTube. It's called The Down Under Show, ladies and gentlemen, and I guarantee you'll absolutely love it.
So I'm thinking to myself, yo, what if I just eat liver and drink and tell myself, yo, what if it only affects the liver that I eat, not my actual liver? And the thing is about placebo effect is that no matter if it's placebo or not, it still works. On science, it doesn't work, but science is bullshit.
Okay, if I eat liver, it will do what the liver does in my body for alcohol, but in my stomach, even though it's a dead liver. What are you is that, you fucking, is that it? I'm really starting to get a bit of a complex when it comes to dudes like this having podcasts. It needs to stop. You should be able to prove to the world that you're not a fucking idiot before you get stuck into a podcast. And that goes for men and women, okay? Okay, I don't think I can play this because it's got music in the background. But what I will do is I will revoice it. Are you ready? I will revoice it. Here is a syringe with blood that she drew out of my body. What you see here is a syringe of her blood that I drew from her body. We're going to put it in a necklace, and then we're going to give the necklace as a gift to one another. So I'll wear her blood and she'll wear my blood, and it's real true love. It's all about wearing each other's fucking blood. Why the fuck would we do this? Why don't you just buy flowers, you fucking idiot?
What is the weirdest thing about conservatives?
That they're brainwashed, they're all cultish.
What the fuck are you wearing?
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what's something you agree with conservatives on?
Not a damn thing anymore.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Can't name one?
No.
Immigration, free speech, First, Second Amendment?
First and Second Amendment, sure.
Okay. All right, so we have some agreement.
Okay, I think it's quite obvious to anyone who pays any attention and thinks a little bit critically that both sides of the aisle, both sides of the political spectrum, and everyone in the middle is somewhat in a cult. But it just so happens that the far right, the really far right, and the really far left are the most cult-like, and I think that makes sense. How it feels when your girlfriend of 2 years proposes. I bet his balls just fucking fell off. Although, I don't know. I think a man should propose, and I'll tell you why. It's not about masculinity or anything. It's just tradition, right? I like tradition. I like how things traditionally are done. And I think part of a proposal and the tradition of the proposal, a man should do it. Why? Well, it's a part of custom, right? It's just a custom that we happen to do. Your partner who's a female can propose. I don't give a shit. I just prefer it that if it was me, I'd prefer doing it as a man. But yeah, this bloke's balls no longer exist. That's good.
Was I able to choose my size for my penis?
Oh.
Fortunately, no, you can't. When you go through RFA phalloplasty, you can't choose your size.
You see his arm there? That's what they do when you're born female and you want to become a man. They take all of that skin, which I have quite a long arm here. Like that's about 35 centimeters or so, just over a foot. I could have a massive cock. Obviously right now it's more like the skin off the pinky, but it'd be nice to have a big cock, I guess. You could fucking drain all the blood out of my body by having a dick that big. That's terrifying. That gives me fucking indigestion.
You can let your surgeon know what your desired goal is, but there's going to be limitations, and that's based on your anatomy. So unfortunately, you're not going to know what you're going to come out with out of surgery until it's done. Can't control the girth either.
Wow, imagine that. Imagine wanting to become a man and then you end up with a micro penis.
There's only so much fat that's on your forearm, but in later stages, you actually can add girth, which is what I had done just a month ago during my stage 2. As scary as it sounds, I was kind of worried, like, oh shit, what if I come out of surgery and I'm just not happy with the size? And that could have happened, but thankfully, in my situation, that did not happen. I came out above average. Let me know if you got any questions.
I think all dudes should do this. I think it should be like breast implants. You should be able to just get a cock extension. I wish people would stop hitting me up about fucking getting hair transplants in Turkey and get a dick extension. That'd be nicer. I'll do that. Please? Please! I wanted to end this video talking about men and fuckwits by talking about the two people who are running for or vying for the leadership of Australia. That's Anthony Albanese and Peter Dutton. He's currently opposition leader and Albo is the Prime Minister. Now, Albanese spoke a lot about toxic masculinity, but Dutton, he was sort of on the more Trump side of things. Let's see what they had to say.
I think this toxic masculinity that is being appealed to is a concern that doesn't benefit society as a whole.
That's Albo being told what to say by people in his party. Toxic masculinity is a problem, no doubt, but it's not toxic masculinity, it's just toxic people. Bad people exist on all genders, all 700 of them, okay? And yes, there are some things that we would probably like to remove from the male sphere that perhaps were put there by our fathers or our forefathers, but does that inherently mean that masculinity is bad? No, it just means that some things that some people do who happen to be men are bad.
We need to work towards bring together a common interest, from my perspective, of young men and young women. Both have an interest in a strong economy.
That already exists.
Both have an interest in equity. Both have an interest in the planet.
Mate, people just want to be able to afford shit. That's all they want.
And that their children will inherit as well.
A lot of young males feel disenfranchised and feel ostracised.
So I said this the other day in a video as well, and I agree with old Peter Dutton there, who needs to grow a beard, by the way, because he looks foul. I said this in a video the other day, and all these people were hammering, saying, no, men don't feel like that. That's not true. That's a far-right talking point. But it is true. Just because you disagree doesn't mean I'm wrong. It just means you disagree. That's all it means, okay? Young men do feel like they are being ostracized or not welcome in society, and it happens from a very young age. Young men are being told, even when they're in primary school, that the boys are bad and they need to fix these things. Toxic masculinity, all that shit. What do you think that does to a group of people? That makes them feel terrible. And some act out, and that's not okay. That's not good. But at least it gives us an idea of how we can help people at the very beginning.
And they're saying, well, hang on, I have nothing but respect for women, and I would never treat my female friends differently than my male friends, but I'm being told that I'm some sort of ogre or I have some belief structure which is contrary to that which I know is what I hold in my heart. And there's, I think, just a point where people are fed up and they're pushing back.
Yeah, and I think that people will vote with those feelings in mind. Okay, if we're going to find a society and create a society or work on a society that is equal, it doesn't come from pushing one group down whilst elevating the other. I think it's that simple. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. Toodaloo au revoir. Bye-bye.